What's up, Rockstars? So I got this big box here. I can't even put it on my table though, because I have Madara set up. So you're gonna have to excuse me. There's gonna be a break in this video while I clean up Madara, put this big box down. I think there's like 3 games in this. So yeah, prepare for, I guess, a cool unboxing. Thank you to my channel sponsor Into the AM. As a company that believes hard work and a great product is a proper way to conduct business, I am delighted to have them as part of the channel. They have some of the coolest graphic t-shirts around and an absolute best fit and feel that has continually exceeded my expectations. With new shirts arriving all the time and other products like boxers, hats, and even a monthly shirt club, I wholeheartedly recommend them to you. Check out the link in my description of this video for an exclusive 10% off everything they sell. Man, look at the face on this guy. Hopefully it's not too white. Look at that. Alright. Oh, that's a cool color. I like that. But look at the doorways. That looks so cool. That's just gooping down and piling up there. Alright, listen, I'm just going to record slightly higher because I'm going to have to actually play a mission of this first and then get it there. So it's going to be later today before I actually get into this, but I want to know what's in it, like actually what's in it. I just opened it up, I'm like, what the heck is all this? Let's record. So yeah, as always, a huge shout out to my patrons and YouTube members. It is through their financial support that this channel is possible. We appreciate videos just like this, just like the ones I make every single week for you guys, and you can give even $1 a month. There is a link down in the description below. Thank you so very much. Now this is essentially a care package from Archon. This is a ton of stuff. Some stuff that is on Kickstarter right now, so of course that'll be linked down below. So I got like a whole bunch of like Dungeons and Lasers stuff from their Woodhaven campaign, but then I think there's at least, I don't know if there's I think there's a new sprue in here. Yes, okay, so this is like the stretch goals. That looks freaking sweet. They do amazing minis, by the way. They really do. The new thing I think is right here. I think this is the new thing. Look at this. Look at how awesome that is. That looks freaking sweet. So we're going to look at that in good detail. I'll clip it off. I'll clean it up. I'll comment on it. It looks like that could go looking really nice really quick. So I dig that. Let's see. I got some notes to me that I haven't read yet. That's how I roll, guys. Let's see. We got more stuff here. We got a freaking... Oh yeah, the Ghost Dragon. I'll be interested to look into that for sure. That's that clear plastic that they do. You guys know I'll go in-depth detail on all this stuff. Townsfolk Starter Set, a whole bunch of minis. You guys want to do D&D stuff, that is definitely it. Or proxy, anything. Oftentimes, like, you'll be playing something like Descent or, you know, an RPG like that, and you'll be coming across like a Townsfolk person. Boom, you have the mini for it. Woodhaven, this is like the flooring, the streets. That'll be freaking sweet. Let's see, what do we got here? One of the rooms. This box is about to fall. Dear Lord, there's a ton of stuff here. Lava? Yeah, lava caverns. We got a whole room here. What is this? The sewers. Okay, this is great. So I had the preview of the sewers I showed you guys. This is the final version. I know they changed the clear part of it. Really excited to see the difference there. And that is it. You don't see me standing every day, so there you go. All right, well, I gotta take all this off the table now, play Madara, and I'll catch you on the other side. Alright, so we're going to start with the Dungeons and Lasers stuff. That's because they're, at the time of posting here, it's either just about to end or might actually already sadly be ended, but it'll be real close. But this Encounter set, actually, and a whole bunch of other sets, a 750 millimeter tall monster mini is going to be on there for free with all the pledges. Like, it's going to be super awesome. It's on GameFound right now. There is a link down below to everything, of course. And these, and I apologize for my clippers right now. These are not my best ones, but they're the ones I have available in this room right now. I'm not going out of it, so this is what you're gonna get. But I mean, I must say, I'm really impressed with these, like by a lot. Like, they're really nice. I think if there's one thing I would try to improve in the future, sometimes there's like some really big connection points, though they clean up quite nice, and especially at least with this set because of the rocks. Like, it it's totally fine. But again, it's really nice plastic, so it does clean up very well. I've used them for like my Rampart, and it just, I mean, the Rampart just looks great. Every piece of it looks good, so it cleans up really well. Snips right off too, which is nice, so that's good. Anyway, these are like amazing. So they have like a swamp one, I know. They have this forest elf one. They have a whole lot of minis and monsters and stuff like that you can get. You know, with like spiders and centipedes and, you know, everything under the sun. And like I said, it's 750 millimeter mini. Freaking amazing is what it is. So the cheapest pledge, I believe, is about 100 USD, 99 euro. And you get that 750 millimeter mini in that, which is just amazing. This is really nice, by the way. Like, it's just a fine, pleasant experience. And once you clip them out, I mean, you're pretty much good to go. What's nice about this, from what I can tell, is you could paint this super quick if you wanted to. Though you could take your time too, of course. But you could literally just pretty much paint it, you know, spray paint it gray, you know, you're so loud, Sprue. Add a wash. And then just almost dry brush on the green. So let's take a look at these real quick. Let's zoom in. This is the new stuff, so I'm definitely going to take a look at this the most. All right, so first things first, I noticed that there's a variety in how much plant life is on them, right? So there's like a whole bunch on these, right? And there's less on these. There's a whole lot of like ground rubble as well, which I appreciate. We have trees, different size trees, and this tree has roots that are exposed, but then it looks like there are vines on the grass as well, these grass tufts. Looks like there's also a potential for some flowers, some different, at least different style of plant. Again, it depends on what you wanted to do, if you wanted it more green or not. You could add some color in here, most definitely. I like the little bit of like growth there, the rubble of all the little pieces kind of piled there. It looks very natural, which I really appreciate. Is that just a little bit of flash? No, it's not. This is part of it. So, yeah, I really like that. Like I said, if you actually painted this and painted the green on that kind of thing, that would look great. That's super awesome. And I love that minis can actually stand on this. That's really cool. And as you can see, it actually goes, I think, fairly well together, which is kind of nice to see if you wanted to put some like larger pieces. Like if you painted that and then put that together, that looks totally fine. Totally fine. Let me zoom out a little bit. There you go. Like I think that'd be okay, or that'd be okay, or that'd be okay. I mean, there's a lot of possibility, or you could put a little bit there. So like I really like that. I think that's really cool that kind of works. I think it looks quite nice. You know, it's kind of however you want to piecemeal it together. I like that there's differences too. So there's like columns here, and then like even some steps and stuff. So there's some rubble on this one, whereas this one was just all trees. This also is a tree, and then some really bare spots here, with a lot more root system on this one from this tree here. And then it has like this new kind of plant. Like I don't know what kind of plant this is, but it's a different style of plant here. And it looks like it's spread, you know, over here and stuff as well. So it's really nice to see. I don't see that plant at all here, and then I see it kind of in a fair bit of spots here. Looks like this has a lot more grass on it. I think that's what I would say this is. All this texture here is grass. This is a very grassy one. So there's a nice variety between the three, but they're still kind of all mixed and matched and, you know, whatever. So that's kind of nice to see, I feel. I really dig that. I think this looks great. I think you can place it on real quick, either individually or together. I don't know if they necessarily stack. I kind of doubt they do. You might be able to get away with a little bit, like, I don't know. Like, I guess that would work. That's not too bad. That actually looks okay. It's not perfect, though, right? Because you will still see, I think, a little bit of that. Maybe if you did it like that, perhaps-ish. It's up to you. It's up to you what you want to do. But I don't think they're super stackable. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at, I am actually interested in the sewer set. This is from their last one they did. However, the reason I'm wanting to see this is because I got the early copy of this, and I want to see the final version of it, because I know they changed the sewer water, the transparent ones a little bit. This was actually the first time they did the transparent stuff. They now have like transparent dragons and all sorts of different minis, but I really wanted to kind of see what this looks like. So let's take a look in here and find out. Now, if you get one of these core sets, oh my gosh, guys, it's a lot. So let's go ahead and see if I can grab it. Oh man, okay. Oh, all right, you can see the green. That's awesome. Zoom out a little bit. Okay. So these are the connectors. These are the walls. Like I said, I really like the patchwork they've done. You know, it's not the walls are not perfect, and gates and stuff like that. You get a whole bunch of those, and then you get these. Wow, that is green. Love it. These look nice, very nice. So one thing I was thinking on this, because you know you don't really want to, I think, get. It would be a shame. You could paint this, obviously. You could paint this. But it is kind of cool that it's already clear plastic. However, I think you could still dry brush on here. I'm trying to think because of the primer, right? But I think you could. Another thing you can possibly maybe do. I love the hard pieces here that it looks like are kind of in there, creating these ripples. I think one of the things you could do is spray it with like a matte varnish, and then so it's not so shiny, because I think the shine doesn't make it necessarily look wet, if that makes sense. You could always put a gloss varnish on afterwards, and maybe spray it with a gloss varnish, but gloss varnish tends to make things run. Spray it with a matte varnish, and then you could dry brush on like a slightly different color to kind of change from the green to the ripples. That might be kind of nice. And then these are the not the sidewalk, but the side area where you'd walk on. And this you don't want clear. And so maybe the answer is to just spray over it and paint it. But you could work just like this as well. I like that they changed these to be the same plastic also. Kind of hard to decide. I mean, I think if I was to use them, I would prime them and then just paint them, and not use this. Just because I think you'll be able to see it better anyway. It's it's already over the black. Maybe it's better. You can see it's really nice detail, but it's hard to see when it's so bright and shiny anyway. So that's I think what I would do. But I'm really like loving the flow, right? Like you can tell it's just kind of rippled into that corner there. So that's really nice to see. Yeah, I like this a lot. And I like that it's green too. I think that's super cool. I think the one I had was blue, so that's kind of nice to see. But yeah, that's that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Woodhaven set here. We got two, so I have this, the Townsfolk Starter Set, and the stretch goals. Let's look at the stretch goals, huh? So the Woodhaven was a really cool one that they did, I think. And it was kind of their first like super fantasy focused one, which I think did really well for them. Let's go ahead and take a look. Let's go ahead and see what we got here. All right, I'm excited for these because they look freaking sweet. All right, nice. We got some instructions. That's nice. I'm glad to see that. Got some Pepe the Giant. Some instructions there on how to build them, because these are big minis, right? Yazal. Again, you get instructions for that, for that as well. Rise of the Phoenix. It says manual. I'm assuming it just means instructions. Yeah, okay. Making sure. Okay, this is their lighter plastic that they use. And you can tell, oh my good grief, look at that. Wow. Let's zoom in a little bit. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, that may have been too much. These are big pieces. There, right there. Okay. This is really interesting to see these. I'm assuming, again, with the feet, it's supposed to be like fire, kind of, going to it. But do you hear that? Glorious. That texture looks awesome. These feathers look really nice. I like how there's different kinds. So there's this kind of feather, right? you know, where it's literally flat, right? There's no kind of texture onto it. A tiny bit of texture on these. And then there's bigger texture on these. Even bigger kind of texture on these, right? And so you have these different kinds of feathers as it progresses through, which I think is really neat. And then you can see the fire here as well, kind of all throughout. That would look amazing painted. So this is the base. You can see where it fit in, right there and there. There's one of the legs by the looks of it. This cool kind of armor around, I believe it's like head and arms and stuff like that. We have some more feathers here. We got some claws. Very, very cool looking. Here's the rest of that there. See, here's his face here. Look at that. Look at that. That looks awesome. The eyeball looks great. I love the tongue. I think that's really nice. The inside top of the mouth is not sculpted. That's probably the biggest disappointment I have of that. And while that is a disappointment, it's literally I think the only disappointment. This looks great otherwise. And love the feathers on everything. Look at that. Oh, that'd be so cool. I'll have to build them. That looks amazing. There's the kind of helmet you can put on top of them. But it looks like you don't have to, right? You could keep that off, I think, if you wanted to. I think it's optional, which is super cool. All right, man, look at the face on this guy. Hopefully it's not too white. Look at that. Looks amazing, that detail. Oh, man. Yeah, and the like rippled skin and look at the stitching. This is some great quality plastic. The rope looks awesome. Oh, look at the little shield. Again, the wood texture there looks great. The fur tufts there. Look at the little guy here. Look at him. I love it. Really, really nice texture everywhere. Like all of this looks really nice. Look at the base here. Look at that. That just looks wonderful. That looks really good. Oh man, I love the bull face here too. And again, inside the mouth isn't texture. It's probably the one thing I'd like to see. I also like to see this maybe not quite so bright on the camera, so I'll change that next time. Again, the wood texture is exquisite. Very nice. Love the tapestry here. This will be a quick build too. That'll be, I'll definitely have to build that too. That looks nice. Very impressed with that set. That set was really, really well done. Let's take a look at the people here. Take a look at that. I'm gonna, yes, let's see here. What do we got? A whole bunch of stuff is what we got. This is great. This is instantly pretty much like any like basic town you need. You just got like it populated with this one box, which I think is really neat. 64 miniatures. Really impressed with it. 64, wow. I don't know. I don't think there's any repeated guys. Maybe some of the guards, maybe. I'm not sure. A ton of minis. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Alright, so we got a few instructions. Oh, big instruction booklet here. Does it actually, oh man, it tells you how to build them all now. That's so nice. I don't think they did that at the very beginning, so it's really nice to see that. I like the coloration of the minis, like the different pieces, right, depending on what you're doing, which is really cool. Alright, so a whole bunch of bases. Oh, I love all of these bases. They look great. Look at this one with like the splatter there. That's awesome. This one looks really nice too. I love the crops. Oh, it's great. And see, it's still got 2 places for the feet. That's perfect. That's a really nice one. Look at the lock on that one. That's great. See the hatch unlocked there. Again, place for the feet. So let's say they're definitely going to stand on this really nice. Oh man, look at that. Oh, that's awesome. I have a blacksmith kind of look there. Oh man, the different tiles here. These look so good. Very nice, very nice. I love all of this. That looks great. Oh man, need even more? They all the same? Yes, I think it's the repeated minis here, I believe, by the looks of it. Yes. Look at the fish there on the beach like that. That looks super cool too. Okay. Now for our first set, it looks like we got some horses and we got some guards. I think these may be the guards like on the actual horses. But as you can see, facial structures look good. They're like plain faced. They're not like grimacing or anything like that. But this guy is, if you can kind of see him or not. But he's yelling, he's shouting. Okay, here's the horse. The muscle on the horse looks really nice. I really dig that. You can see where the saddle would go there. And he's shouting too there, so that's good. I'm glad they're shouting still. There's the cape. You can see it would kind of go over that. And then all their different armor and stuff. Looks nice. Looks good. I think this is pretty much more the same there. Love the holding the sword like that. And again, perfectly straight sword. Love the hips plastic. All these spears and stuff completely straight. Very nice to see that. And even more guards, but look at this. They even have the drawstring. Thanks to this wonderful like hips plastic, they can have this. This is actually a lot thicker string, but it's a bigger bow too. Oh my gosh, look, he's like holding it, but his head isn't there. That's kind of funny looking. That's great. I had never seen that before. That's something else. The quiver of arrows there. Look at this dagger. Oh man, that looks great. Really good detail. I'll tell you that much. Okay. Different poses, I think, but more of the same. Again, love the fact that they are drawing their bows like that. Okay, so yeah, great facial texture. I can see dimples and scars and cheekbones and stuff like that. It's really nice to see. Same with this guy here, and that looks like, is that a this is a bearded guy there. The beard looks good. Love his hat. Love his hat. My wife, her favorite mini is the snake charmer. Look at the staff. That staff looks really nice. The snake charmer, which I think maybe in the very last one or something like that. I haven't seen a snake yet. Oh, look at the little rat person here. That looks super cool. I didn't see no snake anywhere. Oh, it might be here because I think that might be her. Might be her. I just don't see a snake. But that's okay. Maybe you see a snake. You're like, it's right there, you idiot. Oh, this looks great. I love the inside of the hat. That's super cool. Oh, yeah, right here. Here she is. There she is to the snake. Love the hair. That's awesome. Okay, and then one final one here. Lots and lots of people. Just another guard. For good measure. Wow. Okay, well, there is just more and more and more and more. Let's look at the ghost dragon. So the ghost dragon here is also see-through, which is super cool. I think it's a very smart idea to do that. It looks big too. I don't know how big he is. Probably maybe 150 millimeter, at least 75, right? But knowing Archon, they went even bigger. Dragon Slayer's Nightmare. How do you kill something that's a ghost? Alright. Oh, that's a cool color. I like that. So the base, by the way, is not. So the base, again, it looks like this. It's like this big rock outcropping, and it's not ghostly. So that's very nice that they did that. And then the whole thing is in this ghost kind of glow. Oh, that's super cool. I really dig that. The only bummer about some of this stuff sometimes is it's like really hard to see the detail as well, right? Because it's so shiny and everything. I'm trying to look for his head. Where's his head? That's a great little claw thing there. Got the wings. I think his head must be here somewhere. Oh, here it is right here, I think. See, and that's just it. It's kind of hard to... No, I don't know. No? Yes, no, maybe? I think so. Oh, yep, it is. Yeah, so this is half of his head. See, there's this eye right there. Again, it's hard to tell when they're like this. And this is why I think it'd still be good to, you know, at least dry brush it in some way. So, yeah, so his head, the other half, I think, is over here. Yeah, right here. It's his other half. So it'd go kind of like, you know, kind of like that, but, you know, connected. Either way, it's big. It's freaking a lot bigger than I was anticipating. But I do like the base being like that. I think that's really nice. All right, let's look at the city streets. Just because I think the floor is often neglected, if that makes sense. A lot of people build the buildings or have the minis or whatever. But to have a sculpted floor on top of that just really seals the deal. Because then it's all the same stuff, right? It all blends in. All right. Ugh. Okay. So again, a lot of connector pieces. But then here are the city streets. And it kind of reminds me, actually, of the sewers, right? It's the same system, so that makes sense. But you could do something like that, right? And then have that little pathway there. Or you could start, you know, rounding it out around like that, or make it extra wide, or, you know, put a building right here or something like that. This looks great. That looks super cool. So looking at them, I really like the cobblestone. I like the texture on them. They're not perfect. If you see there's a little bit of texture, that's on purpose. There's little pop marks on there. You'll see the same thing over on these as well, as, you know, just gets slightly damaged. Very thick plastic too. I mean, look at that. Like, that's very, very firm, very, very stern, which is very nice, I think. That looks great. You get a whole bunch of them too. I think it's plenty. Yeah, it's probably really about that much. I mean, it's quite a bit. So that's super cool. Oh, I like the I like the kind of the rounded end there. That looks nice too. Okay, so that's that side. We do have a whole bunch of connectors. Do a few small ones here real quick, and then, oh, what's this? Oh, I did get a building. Okay, we'll look at a building too. But first, let's take a look at these little stairs, little transitional stairs, which I think is perfect. Okay, there we are. I was just starting there, and make sure I got this one too. There we go. Okay, I think we're good now. Takes longer to open the freaking. Oh, this is like tightly wrapped. Oh my goodness. There we go. Or I just struggle, one or the other. I don't know. All right. I think it's just one sprue in here. Yep. There you are. So these are the stairs. You can see them right there. Okay, and then another pack of stairs there. These are the sides. This is, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. So then you also have this like little base part here that I think would go right behind there. You know, it's kind of like the flat part, right? It's this part right there. So yeah, you could, oh wow. Yeah, that's actually pretty impressive that it's all that in this little bit. But I guess that makes sense. So that's cool. I dig that. I dig that. And then we have the equivalent here, but with stone instead of wood, which I think is actually very important, right? The stone is much more permanent and fortified and stuff like that. So it makes sense to be different. Oh, these are just big old clumps of it. That's smart. So you don't really have to build that sucker at all. These little inlets here are kind of interesting because they don't come with any like little pieces. But yeah, you would just stack these up just like that. So that's a piece, piece. There you go. Interesting. Oh, okay, these are made of two different pieces, which is also kind of cool too, because it means you could, you know, add them maybe to either side or something weird like that. You can really customize it there. Okay, so we have the Royal Castle, we have the Lava Cavern, and then we have the Tudor Mansion. Let's take a look at these real quick. Especially excited about this because it's another clear one. They're handing me all these clear plastic ones. And now, even if you didn't paint this one, I think just the color alone would really sell it, right? If you were going through a dungeon or whatever, and you're surrounded by this orange, glowy, goopy stuff, you're just gonna think, oh wow, this is, you know, a super magma-filled cavern lava dungeon thing, which I think is super good. Okay, and these rooms actually still have quite a bit. Not as much as the core box. Coming out. There we go. So I'd take the first one out first. Okay. Oh, I love the doorways. Okay, so look at that doorway. So this is great. It's like this kind of solidified lava rock kind of look to it, right? But look at the doorways. That looks so cool. That's just gooping down and piling up there. And then the walls are literally just probably like that, just literally oozing down. Super cool. I dig that. Looks awesome. I love that, especially combined with this. This would look great painted too. That's really nice. And there's all the little connections you need. Super cool. I like that one. Oh man, that's really neat. That's really nice. Okay, we got two more here. And just so I don't have to get my knife again, hopefully. It depends on how good of a job I do here. On these, there you are. Okay. There's that. And that came out right away. That's what I was expecting. Alright, how good. I'll sit on that. That's what they want. Okay. Oh, this looks great. Again, it's so different. I love that. So the reinforced archway here looks great. The little slits where you could, like, you know, get some light in, but also shoot an arrow, something like that looks awesome. These look much more like they were fancier because they're like triangles like this, which are really nice. We can still see the cracks and stuff like that. The walls here, again, I love the like patchwork on top of the stone to kind of make it a little bit nicer. That's really cool. You can see a little bit of it here as well, and a little bit there. That's really nice to see. That's super cool. I dig that. That looks nice. Really nice. And again, all the plastic is so thick. That makes it even just all the more excellent. All right, we have one final one here. This is the Tudor Mansion. Like I said before, there is a link down in the description below. Highly encourage you to get this stuff. It's really good quality. It's why they've been doing so well with it. They deliver it quick. It's a good price. It's high quality stuff. And again, that 7.5 inch tear skew is going to be amazing. Amazing. It really is. All right. Oh man, I just can't win. Now these are upside down. There we go. Oh wow. Very cool. Look at the wood grain here. That looks awesome. That looks so good. I love that it's not symmetrical though. And then look at these doors and stuff. Look at the window there, how fancy it is. Look at this one here. The embroidery work and everything. This plaster kind of stuff that they got going on there. The grates. Oh, that looks I almost said that looks great. And I stopped myself. These look fantastic, and again, painted, they would just look excellent. They really would. Okay, so that is the Dungeons and Lasers. A lot of Woodhaven stuff there, a lot of other stuff. All cool. Again, there's a link down below for that.